It's Carter Sports back, and today we head out to USC to check out their recruiting big board for them players in the trenches. So let's go. And if you been here before, can you please hit that like, please? And if you ain't subscribed, boy, you better subscribe.
Disclaimer: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Trojan family, Trojan Gang. It's fight on forever in the building. You know what I'm talking about? And we got the college football world in a panic right now. We got them panicking right now. We got them nervous in the frenzy right now. You hear me? After we done snatched up 3 defensive linemen, 2 out of SEC country. You hear me? Matter of fact, all 3 of them out of SEC country. A 5-star and a 4-star. So we got them panicking right now. They scrambling right now because we put everybody on notice that USC means business, and they ain't gonna be able to talk about our defense for much longer. They on notice. You hear me? Now I'm finna put y'all USC fans on notice. If y'all don't know and haven't noticed, USC is in the play for about like 15, 16, 17 more defensive linemen, and that's not counting Justice Terry and Gibson and Cordova. You know what I'm saying? That's not even counting the committed. We in play for about like 15 or 16 more D-linemen. What I mean in play, everybody I'm about to bring y'all on this video is working on their 2nd and 3rd visits to USC. Half of them is coming for the 3rd time, already been 2 times and got a 3rd one scheduled. The other one's already visited once and got a 2nd one scheduled. You know what I'm talking about? USC is in business, and you know with Coach Henderson, anything is possible. You hear me? Anything is possible with this new defensive coaching staff. So let me get into the USC big board for defensive linemen in the trenches. You know what I'm talking about? You hear me? We finna cause wreck and bring it. Up first, I'm gonna bring y'all Elijah Griffin. He just came off that March 23rd visit. We hearing positive things about him. It's gonna be tough to grab him, but with Coach Henny, anything is possible with Elijah Griffin, a 6'4", 290 pounds defensive tackle, the #1 rated defensive tackle in the country. I did a video on this kid, right? Go check out that video, right? And go check out the film on Elijah Griffin. He's a beast. He get active. Marco Jones, I ain't did a video on him yet, but it's coming. He an edge out of Danville, California, 6'4", 215. We in a play for him and Elijah Griffin. You hear me? Also AI. Al Hassan Adru. I did a video on AI before as well. Al Hassan. He a prospect, a raw prospect at that. He came from Ghana. In 1 year of football, he was able to crack the top 300. Just in 1 year of football, he got put on the national scene. So he's a raw prospect. This would be a great project for Coach Henny. What you mean? Al Hassan Adru, 6'8", 240. The potential is out this world, and he a basketball player. He originally came to the U.S. for basketball, but somebody said, you know what, with that body and frame you got, how about you try football? And he tried football and he dominated. He been wrecking. You know what I'm saying? Expect this kid to get better and better. He's nowhere close to his potential. Him at the bottom of his potential put him as one of the top ranked players in the country. Let this kid get more experience. He only been playing 1 year. What? This kid might dominate. You hear me? Justin Hill, another prospect edge, 2025 class. Of course, all these kids 2025 class. 6'3", 220 out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Hold on, my bad. AI is from Modesto, California, so we need to lock that down as well. Get California on rap. Back to Justin Hill though, out of Cincinnati, Ohio, 6'3", 220. I did a video on him as well. Kick a ball. I love his instinct. I love his speed. I love how he could play sideline to sideline, and he could go downhill. He know how to go downhill, get in between them tackles and guards. Before they even know it, he gone. He done tackled the running back. Physical, hit hard. I like Justin Hill. I kind of think he should be rated higher. This kid might get bumped up to a 5-star before he done. Go check out that video. I think y'all gonna like Justin Hill as well. Then we got, who else we got that we trending and looking at? Landon Rink. We got Landon Rink, a 6'2", 280-pound defensive lineman out of Cypress, Texas. Right. You got Corey Adams, a 6'4", 250-pound defensive lineman out of New Orleans, Louisiana. You got Julius Walls, a 6'3", 225-pound edge out of Pittsburgh, California. Then we got Jared Smith. Jared Smith been liking USC. He came to visit. He gonna come and visit again. It's finna be his 3rd time just this year, if my math is adding up right. Jared Smith, if you love Cameron Fountain, this another Cameron Fountain. This another Cameron Fountain. RoboCop type. We got one of them bodies where he just look like a football player. He just look like he should dominate. And on this film, guess what? He dominating. Kid 6'6", 235, still growing. He just like AI, Al Hassan. Ain't no telling what he gonna end up. He could end up being the edge or a defensive end. He could play anything, and with that frame, 6'6", he could add 50, 60. He's a great prospect. Jared Smith, probably one of the top edges in the country. I like him a lot. Go check out the video I did on Jared Smith as well. Right? Then you got Jaquez Carter. Right? A 6'2", 275-pound defensive lineman out of Newberry, Florida. I did a video on Jaquez Carter. He get active, he strong, he quick, he got all the tools what it take. A classic defensive tackle, kind of remind me of a young Warren Sapp or something. Then you got Hayden Lowe, the local kid from Oaks Christian, LA, stand up, defensive lineman, edge, 6'3", 227 pounds, last recorded. Now this kid is from Southern California. He's from LA. So of course we want to lock them down. We don't grow defensive linemen on trees out in Cali. So when we got one with potential like Hayden Lowe who on go, you know, we got to bag him. We can't forget about him. We got to put him in a recruitment. We got to keep our foot in California. I like how we going out of state for a lot of prospects. But when we got them California prospects in them trenches, we need to grab them. Because if we don't, who gonna grab them? That school up north, them schools up north. Hayden Lowe, let's go. And then we got Myles Charles, 6'4", 300-pound defensive tackle, classic defensive tackle out of Port Charlotte, Florida. I know Coach Henny love this kid. I love this kid too. I made a video on Myles Charles as well as Jaquez Carter and Hayden Lowe. I got video on all these kids. Go check out Myles Charles. He beastie. Tell me what y'all think. He caused wreck. Then you got Chad Woodfork. Right. Now Chad Woodfork was just seen on social media with his hands up after all them recruits committed to USC. Like, he put his hand up like, hold on, don't forget about me. Don't forget about me, Coach Henny. Make sure you make room for me. Chad Woodfork might be a silent commit. He seen all them commits and threw his hand up like, hold up, I want some. A 6'4" edge, 215 out of Summer Creek High School in Humboldt, Texas. Chad Woodfork, I got a video on him as well. He reacted to all this recruiting news with his hands up like he got next. Like, hold on, I got something. Like, hold on, SC. So Chad Woodfork, he might commit. He coming up for a visit, I think, on the 21st. He might commit that day before this class get too filled up. We already got run edge rusher with Isaiah Gibson. Justice Terry projected to be a defensive end. Then you got Jared Smith at edge, Hassan Adru at edge, Justin Hill. So, hey, what fork you might as well want to get in before it's too late. You hear me? And who would ever thought we'll say that a defensive lineman might want to get in with USC before all the spots is taken? But that's the Henny effect. You hear me? Then you got London Mery, another edge. I did a video on this kid too. Check out London Mery. I did a video on this kid, a 6'2", 235-pound edge out of Atlanta, Georgia, IMG Academy. So you know he been a star since day one. You know he was in Pop Warner balling and in junior high school balling. You know what I'm saying? If he going to IMG Academy, they like the IMG Academy is like a college school. They recruit the best talent in the country, in they region. You know what I'm talking about? London Mery, check out that video. I got a video on him. Brandon Brown. I also got a video on Brandon Brown. A 6'2", 275-pound defensive tackle. Another kid that I know for sure that Coach Henny loves, right? Brandon Brown. 6'2", 275. I got a video on this kid. Go check it out. I'll break down his game. He a beast, and he got low-key speed, like athleticism. He can jump and run. Check out his highlights on my page. You'll be surprised on how athletic this bulldozer is. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Malik Autry. Now he committed to Auburn, but we don't give a damn, right? We don't give a damn because wasn't Justice Terry committed to Georgia? So we don't give a damn that Malik Autry is committed to Auburn. 6'5 and a half, 325-pound defensive lineman out of Alabama. Let's go. Just that body type right there. 6'5 and a half and 325 at defensive tackle. That's something to work with. That's at least a nose tackle run stuff and just being there. If he could just play his weight, he gonna at least make a 2-deep roster anywhere with that physical prowess that kid got. I made a video on him as well. Go check out the film, and it's beastie. He playing downhill, he causing wreck, cracking double teams. It don't matter. Then you got Dylan Battle, a 6'3", 300-pound defensive lineman out of Arlington, Texas. You know what I'm talking about? This kid can ball as well. Another defensive tackle in the middle, plug up them holes. That's what you want. Dylan Battle on go. He ready to go, right? You hear me? Then, who else we got? Who else we trending for and on the board for? Them the main ones. Them that's what, 16. And then you got Kevin Juju Win, right? 6'3", 300-pound defensive tackle, right? Now, I ain't got him up on the board because I know he visited once. I don't know if he came on the second visit yet. I know he liked it, his visit. But once he doubled back for a second visit and third visit, then I'm going to put him on the board. But that don't mean he ain't on the board. And just because he ain't scheduled for a second and third visit, that ain't mean he ain't scheduled it yet. It just ain't up officially on the sites, right? Because every day when you check these sites, the visit list grow and grow every day. One day you might look at a site and June 7th might have 5 visitors, and then you check a week later, then it got 7 or 8. So you never know. These are the guys we are looking at in the trenches, right? So I want to ask y'all, out of all these players, Justin Hill, Hassan Adru, Elijah Griffin, all these kids, right? USC already got 3 defensive linemen. We in play for 15 more. Me personally, since we been slacking in defensive line recruiting, I'll take 10 defensive linemen in this class. I don't think we can go too much over that, right? I would take 10. How many more would y'all take, and how many more y'all want? And since we already got 3, and let's play my game, play with me for a minute, if we can add 7 more out of all these players that I just brought y'all, what is the 7 which y'all want to add to this class that we already got? Do you want to add Rink, Adams, Walls, Smith, Battle, Mery, Autry, Brown, Wolford, Charles, Halo, Carter, right? Out of all these players, which ones would y'all want to add to this class? Justin Hill, Hassan Adru, Elijah Griffin, Marco Jones. Like, pick me 7, right? So we already got a rush. We already got a defensive end, a rush edge, and another defensive end. So we already got 2 projected defensive ends and a rush edges. So who y'all want on the inside? I'm going to run it through y'all right now. The inside prospects real quick. Elijah Griffin, Jaquez Carter, Myles Charles, Malik Autry, Dylan Battle, Brandon Brown. Right? Landon Rink, Corey Adams. Right? So out of them, who y'all taking? Y'all taking 3 or 4 of them, and which ones? And then we probably gonna add a couple more defensive ends and edges to go too deep. So at the defensive ends, you got Hassan Adru, you got Hayden Lowe, right? You got London Mery, even though he an edge, you know what I'm saying? So Corey Adams could play an end. So who y'all got? You know what I'm saying? And then we probably gonna need some more edges to make that competition with Isaiah Gibson crack. So do we want Justin Hill? You got Justin Hill edge, AI, Marco Jones, Jared Smith, Walls, Hayden Lowe, Chad Woolfork. I mean, we got options. We could miss on something in the secondary, gonna be nice. We in play for 15 or 16, right? We already got 3. I feel like we only need 7 more, so there's 16 left. And we just get a half of them. If we just get 7 or 8, we stack. Say we get 8, put that at 11, we might get 2, 3 decommitments. When we sitting at 8 or 9, that'd be decent. You know what I'm saying? So we got options. USC fans, we got options for the defensive line in this edge position. We don't play for a gang of them. I ain't seen it like this since I've been covering USC, since the Carroll days, and I was just a fan then. You hear me? Just a kid watching. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't never seen USC with this much action at defensive line and edge recruits. So Trojan family, Trojan gang, tell me out of this group of players on the USC trenches big board, who y'all want? It's 16 more out there. Give me 7 or 8 y'all want to add to this class. Holla at your boy Carter Sports in the messages. You hear me? So until then, it's your boy Carter Sports. It's USC. It's Trojan City. We gonna fight on forever. And let's go.